Welcome to ArkCase. Today, we're going to show you the overview of administrative security. When you log into ArkCase, you're going to land on the home screen or the dashboard screen. On the left-hand navigation, you can go down and log in to the admin module. The section that we're going to focus in on today is security. First off, we're going to look at the organization hierarchy. The organization hierarchy is synced with LDAP. So if you utilize LDAP, we can seek your LDAP groups and your LDAP users associated to those groups. You do have the ability to modify these groups as needed or add a new LDAP group if you allow access to do so. Once again, you do not have to allow access to add a new LDAP group or even an ad hoc group. If you didn't have access, you would just restrict those and they would not be seen. So let's go ahead and create a brand new LDAP group. I can pick the actual LDAP directory. Today it'll be our media, and we're going to call it Overview Group. Now that I've entered the Overview Group, I can add this group. You'll notice that we have the new group, and if you expand it, there will be no users in the group. You now can add existing members or add new members to this group. We're now going to add a user that's actually in the system, and I can search for that user. I found Ann Anderson, who's in the system, and I'm going to add her to the Overview Group. As you can see, I can edit her information. You can see the information that's populated is her first and last name and her email. I also have the ability to delete this user in this group if I decide to do so. Once I've created the group, I'm going to go out and now create a brand new role that's going to be associated to this group. I'm going to create a new group, and I'm going to call this Role Overview. Now that I've created this new group, you can see that I have Role Overview in my list. You'll notice that by default, all the actual authorization has been restricted for this individual group. I can go through and actually add one or many of these individual privileges as I see fit, or I can actually go into the modules and actually assign individual modules to that specific group. So if I wanted all the privileges for that specific group, I could actually do that. As you can see, Role Overview is part of the administration module. I can also then add Role Overview to the audit module. I can then also add the actual Role Overview to the case file, so on and so forth. I then have to go back to my functional access control and dictate the actual Role Overview with the actual group that I originally created. And as you remember, I created an Overview group. So now the users in the Overview group, which is Ann, has access to all of the different modules or privileges that this Role Overview has. That's how you go through and create a new LDAP group, tie it to a functional access control, and create a new role that will be supported for that. That's how you do administrative security.